What's up, Godzilla Empire viewers? In this video, you will find out how strong Godzilla is after evolution and what caused it to be so huge, Godzilla's increase in strength. First of all, this movie contains spoilers. To answer the question exactly, how much G-Man has developed? First of all, we have to start with what he did. As we know, Dr. Eileen Andrews in 2024 not only researches Kongas but also researches Godzilla, which is an inherent element of evolution and coexistence and balance in nature. It also has its own department that is responsible for research, Godzilla's migration routes, and observing what G-Man is currently doing. When we see Godzilla at the beginning of the movie, he is slightly more muscular and his limbs allow him to do so. Him to deal effective blows in the body, the Titan can also jump thanks to the development of his muscles. Makes decisions faster. This is of course due to experience. So, as we can see at the beginning of the movie, Godzilla was stronger than in 2021. And he killed the Scylla, and as we know, every Titan contains some radioactive particles, which Godzilla can consume. Then, of course, he goes to his Colosseum. However, later in the film we learn that the IY people are sending signals to Gia. Godzilla feels it. So Godzilla, without delay, prepares for battle, wakes up and then goes to France to absorb all the energy from the nuclear power plant, so we know that it has purchased new ones. Skills, namely the nuclear pulse, it is not as powerful as Godzilla's 2019 bearing, but it can do quite a bit of harm. Without delay, Godzilla continues his preparations and goes to Antarctica. Where is Tiamat's lair? Godzilla easily defeats him with just a laser, because it has increased its power and eats a piece of Tiamat and absorbs radiation. And we know that this kaiju produces quite large beams of radiation around itself. As if that wasn't enough, Godzilla enters Tiamat's lair, which receives the greatest amount of radiation, where it absorbs radiation and prepares to evolve while Godzilla is being controlled by the scientists who supervise him. Then we see the scene where Godzilla wakes up and is there, ready to fight. The screen shows us Godzilla's potential has increased 20 times. Okay, now that we've looked at Godzilla's entire evolution from the beginning, let us discuss immediately what this evolution has developed. First of all, let's start with things related to body structure. Godzilla evolved has much longer lower and upper limbs, and gaining muscle mass and muscle strength allows her to run and perform the movements she once could. It would not be able to do, for example, somersaults, spins, jumps from cliffs. It is faster both on land and under. Her chest is protruding, but her body has lost some weight and gained muscle. Godzilla also has many more and much better and sharper dorsal plates. Obviously, it turned pink and new plates appeared on her tail, which she can use as a whip. And on the shoulders, it also has beautiful lines of plates above the eyes, which provide good armor. Speaking of armor, it is also increased. Godzilla has a much thicker skin, and in the fight against Scar King, and Jamu wasn't seriously injured unlike her enemies. Godzilla is maybe a few meters taller. In the film, it certainly seems much higher than the previous versions, but according to leaks, it is not. It is 120 meters high. However, for the official size, I suggest waiting a few days for accurate calculations. Now let's discuss special skills. Godzilla has a much larger reserve of energy, and its laser does not consume so much energy if we are talking about a laser. In Godzilla vs. Kong, the laser was for 100,000 degrees Celsius, which allowed Godzilla to drill into it whole to hollow Earth, while in Godzilla x Kong this laser has about 8 million degrees centigrade energy beam. Next to the laser, they are already very hot and radioactive. So this laser is very powerful, and Godzilla also has a nuclear pulse thanks to which he explodes planes and emerges from ice. Godzilla can now draw energy from the environment much more efficiently. That's why this is just the beginning of evolution. I think that in the next movie Godzilla will be even bigger and like every year, stronger. For comparison, Godzilla this year would defeat Ghidorah with just a laser and Shamu would get serious burns on his stomach. Godzilla throws Kong and Scar King whenever he wants, so his strength is great and I think he is the strongest or second strongest after Shimo. I hope you liked the movie. I invite you to watch other videos from the Godzilla series and best regards.
Is that a mini Kong?